Hi all, welcome back to Skies Above Britain. This is my chapter 4, Patrol 1, part 1. On to the final chapter. Things still going quite smoothly, we're cruising along, still enjoying myself, um, even though I'm cruising along as well. And not only that, I was a little worried that this types of game like this might become a bit repetitive. I think I've spoke already. I mean, that's us done. What is it? We've done 6, 12. We've done 20 patrols. Just another 8 to go. And no, still enjoying it. Still don't feel like it's just the same old thing over and over. It's not. I mean, there's been some bits where I've thought, well, it's a no-brainer. I'm going to do that. I'm going to move in and do that. I mean, I think it's Tim's commented my dice rolls have been lucky. Actually, I don't think I got around to replying to that one, Tim. Sorry if yeah. Sometimes you skip by things and whatever, but I've spoke about it here anyway. But yeah, I will try and remember to go back and say something about that. So you might have added something else, not just that I was a lucky bugger. um, yeah, I do feel like things have gone my way. It has been smooth. I've not played with optional rules, blah blah blah. So, um, yeah, but like I say, still enjoying it. It's not that I'm like, oh right, let's get this done and dusted. In fact, I'm starting to think I've got to remember that when this ends, it might just end. Okay, I've got a wee while to go yet, but it might just end, and then I need to be prepared for something else to do afterwards. Now, I know I've talked about playing with the optional rules. When I do play this game again, um, I still don't see myself setting it up straight after this and going for it again. I think that would be a silly thing to do because I've noticed myself doing some things like that before, and you burn yourself out in the game. I don't want to do that. I'll come back to this at another time and play it properly with the optional rules. Well, it's not really. It's not really properly, is it? Yeah, it needs to be a bit harder for me. It needs to be a bit harder, a bit more challenging. I did get a fright in that in that patrol there. I don't think I've got these uploaded yet. This one here, where we didn't get at the bombers, had to try and scrap, and yeah, nothing went right at all. In fact, that one point was only due to a fourth notch of escort kills. So yeah, I mean, and I think with my luck, that's only the only one time that's happened throughout. So, right. Anyway, so yeah, about to push on. Right, so we're on chapter 4. So let's read the introduction and go through a couple of bits because yeah, let's read the introduction first. Right, so chapter 4, Ebb of Battle. Late 7th of September to 1st of October 1940. The war has come home to Britain. The Luftwaffe focuses on cities and ports, especially London. Its resources are stretched as Fighter Command fails to crumble. By now, several RAF squadrons have adopted new tactics. Many of its pilots have learned the hard way. Historically, this chapter ends with Germany switching over to night raids, having failed to establish air supremacy in the skies above Britain. Yeah, I was listening to some stuff today, some podcast stuff that I listened to, and it was talk about the Battle of Britain and how the Germans. I mean, I don't know if this. Well, it wasn't said that this was the main reason that they failed, but they started um, focusing more on bombing, didn't they? And not really, and it gave Fighter Command a chance to sort of like recover a little bit, and that's mainly why they yeah, they failed to crumble, as it says there. I think it's something to do with that. I mean, I'm not the best at all that, but okay. So chapter length is 8 patrols. Raid markers and squadron marker. You can see we've got 442110. I've got these set up already. And the squadron's only going to be deep or middle. It's not going to go into the coast. Now, this is a part that I was concerned about, and I thought I'll look at this first before I decide, because I do have one pilot. Well, actually, I think I've marked them up with these. Yeah, I've decided what I'm going to do here, and I'm not going to take this innovator skill. And I know I probably should, just to see what it's like. But to be honest, I feel like it's taking me out of my comfort zone a bit. You know, I'm quite comfortable having the 4 sections. We're reducing to 3 sections and then 4 aircraft in each section. I still can't quite think of the really good part about that. Jerry's even made a comment on one of my videos, the fact that, yeah, we've started learning how to do the German swarm bit. You remember the swarms are 4 aircraft, you know. They're 4 aircraft, and we've got this 3. What is it called? Vic 3 or something. Vic, because it's a V, I suppose. And this was, well, I think the British term was, this is a swarm, whatever that means or stands for. I don't know. But I think the British term was, what was it? Finger 4 or something like that. Yeah, it's like the 4 of them. Well, tell us in the innovator, yeah. It says, yeah, this skill represents the ace pilot's experimentation with what would soon become the standard RAF fighter formation, the Finger 4, an emulation of the German swarm. So, but I'm just a little not unsure about to do it, so I'm going to not do it. And I don't know if I got if I got another skill halfway through, I could then change it, because you've got to flip that squadron display over. I think I'm just going to stick with what I've got. But I was concerned about the fact that you can see we're now reducing to 16 pilots. So it says there, by autumn, Fighter Command reduced most squadron to 16 pilots. So they were struggling for pilots. That's why probably this has happened. I mean, to be expected, I suppose, and this is why pilots are the most precious part of it, not the aircrafts themselves. So anyway, you start the campaign with 16 pilots, and this is what you do, but we're not starting here. So if we look down further, it says, where are we? If continuing a campaign already started, we keep the pilots you already have, do not use the pilot assignment table, right? If you have 17 or more pilots, you scratch the excess off your roster, they are transferred and may not be replaced, only 1 may be a green pilot. So we've got to reduce our squadron of pilots down to 16, and we can only remove 1 green pilot in it. Okay, so, and then everything else is the same here. Visibility, I'm not sure, I've not studied the escort stations, if they're any different or not. There's the bomber, the same bombers again. The Stukas haven't made a return, sadly. Slightly less tiles throughout, it looks. Slightly different sort of formations, it seems. From the last one, anyway. So, maybe not as many tiles. Yeah, so, yeah, we'll see how that goes. So as for the pilot situation then, right. We've got 2 that have bailed out, so they're not available to us, right? And then up here, we have now I wasn't going to bring this guy in. He's the new guy that we're replaced. Well, let me just check. We lost Laurie in the last patrol to a collision, so I replaced him with Lauder at first. That's Rab. Who's going to come in as a green pilot, and then I thought, well, I need to reduce my pilots anyway to 16. So we've got 1, 2 there, and if we count along here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, right? And obviously there's 20 in total. There's the other 3 lying here that weren't used. And of course I've brought L back from, it was it would have been over here. So then I thought, well, what's the point in bringing it back? However, we've got too many. We've got too many fatigue pilots. We've got two up in the. I think one of them was fatigued and one of them wasn't, but we can't get them anyway because they had bailed out. We've got a big bunch of veterans again that are fatigued. So we've got 1, 2, 3 that are available. These two are fatigued. 4, 5, and then if we use a 6, so let's just say 5 because I wasn't going to use this at first. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaves me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pilots short. So then I thought, well, we could sacrifice somebody else so that we can be able to use this, which is a bit weak. So I think what I'm going to do is just flown 2 patrols, and it's a bit harsh this, but I've got to scratch off 1 pilot. So that's who I'm going to choose to scratch off. He has just flown 2 patrols. I'll score his name out so that I know what's happening. But I mean, he's not killed in action. He's just transferred. I could put a T there saying transferred. And if we see out the 20, 1, 2, 3, 4 are scored out. So that means we've only got 16 now. And it's just so that enables me to grab one other pilot, this Lauder. So he's going away. So now we've got access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it gives me one more that I could put just 1 fatigue pilot in there, and we can fly with the 3 sections. And then I thought, oh well, hang on, why don't we play with the other side? Well, the other side, I've not turned it over, but the other side has 4 aircraft in each section, but you only use 3 sections. So it's just the same amount of pilots. It's still 12 pilots that you need. But I don't know. I'm just, you know what? This is a bit, again, I wish I'd watched some video footage and just to see what happens. I just feel it's taking me a bit to a place where I maybe don't want to visit right now and just keep things going the way I am. And again, as I keep saying, hopefully I'll get around to watching Tim's videos because I'm guessing he put that into place. Whether it was just he wanted to try it out as well and see what happened, or whether it was something that's really beneficial. You would think it might be the fact that you can only use it in chapters 3 and 4. However, that does mean that they've only thought about it later on in the war and maybe see how the Germans have done their thing and whatever. But yeah, I mean, probably should do it. I'm just a bit like, nah, let's not bother. So Moffat was the pilot that we were going to give the skill to. So what I've just done, I've just given him a lucky charm again. I know, maybe a bit boring. Maybe I should have, I feel like I just want to stay safe and just get this done. And hopefully, before I play the game again, I'll have watched through some video footage, probably Tim's stuff, and seen that maybe in operation and said, oh, right, okay, I see that. And then when I come back to revisit the game, not only will we have that. Of course, the other thing is he's playing with all the optionals as well, so whether that makes it better for him that way because he's playing with the optionals, I don't know. Okay, so that's what I'm going to go with. Now, so Patrol 1's only going to have 3. I mean, I can't... I'm not going to put 4 fatigue pilots in. So I'm just going to include 1 fatigue pilot and just use red, yellow and green section, I think. So let me fill these out and see what we get. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. My fatigue pilot, I've got every... You can't see them because of all the cubes. Kind of defeats the purpose of me trying to use cubes so that I could see them. But yeah, it's got a bit ridiculous with dealing with things. But I just want to recognise that he's fatigued. The 2 blue cubes are, one is his lucky charm, the other one is his vision. So I figure it might be best just bringing him along because he's got the 2 skills. Not only that, he's actually on 12 kills. So it's 5 kills per skill. So he's actually only 3 kills away from yet another blue cube covering up his counter. So yeah. So we'll go with that, I think. And then just a wee blue section behind. Yeah. Okay, so let me fill in all the guys that are running this patrol then. Right, so we've only got 9 pilots. There was one upgrade. Somebody got green. Yeah, Kane. K. He got regular status. He was green, but he's fatigued as well. So right. Okay, so only having 3 sections might be a bit trickier. So first patrol as well. So we'd like to rack up some points, but it's not going to be so easy. But no doubt in on my dice rolling skills, I'll be fine. Okay, I think we're good to go. Everything good there. Well, I've got the markers. Just remember 44211. 44211. That's what we've got. So let's roll for the squadron. So it's 1 to 8 deep, 9 to 12 middle, and that's the only options here. I think we'd like a 9 to 12, but we're not getting it. That's a 6. Yeah, so we are going deep. Which, I don't know. I'm not sure it makes... Yeah, it is going to make a difference in certain things if certain things happen, I suppose. So, right, so the starting visibility, I think this looks the same as we had before. It's 1 to 7 clear sun, 8 hazy sun. I don't know if the other ones after that are slightly different. We've got a 1, so we've got clear sun, which is good, and its position is 1 as well. Let's hope that's the 1's out the way. Clear sun and the nose. Right, I think my sort of thinking has been the flank has been the nice place to have it, but just thinking back to the so clear sun, thinking back to the not the contact, yeah, the contact table. Felt like if it was in the flank and you were at high altitude, it was a really good chance you would be in the sun. Nose, yeah. Okay, and then the Esco Station's bomber type information, we'll leave that until yeah, I don't think there's anything different about any of them. Okay, good to go. Right, let's do it. Yeah, nobody in the hospital to check. Yeah, okay, right, so I'm going to sit and use my cards a bit as well, so I might flash them up to the camera, but I'll try not to. Okay, so reveal is the first bit, so we're going to reveal this vector marker. Ooh, right away, okay. Right, this could be nasty then, because we're getting the rage right away. But we're getting flak first. So the number's 2 with no bomber tiles, no friendly fire. So we're going to put 2 damage markers here. First one is just a wing damage, although a wing damage with a potential catastrophic result on a 12 and a fuselage. Okay, so no friendly fire, and we won't be able to tally ho. Raid marker is not on the map. Now, if the raid marker is not on the map, we may spend 1 fuel to move or change altitude. So, I think we want to do this, don't we? Yeah, because... Oh, hold on. Maybe not. Nah, well, it doesn't matter because I wish I'd go back. I'd like to go back to the bit, even just watch back the part that Stu says that I spent fuel. I didn't need to spend fuel at that time. mean, I'm not challenging that he wasn't right. It's just I just can't seem to replicate. I guess because if I spend one fuel here, if I don't spend one fuel here, and I go, we then move on to well, the raid marker's going to get put in play. Oh, hang on. Yeah, because we are going to be able to make contact, aren't we? If we move in the middle zone. Yeah, that's a problem, isn't it? There is only one more vector marker in there though, so that's tempting to give this a gamble. But I still need to. Well, no, you don't need to, do you? Well, you're going to have this, the fuel step. Let me see. What is the card? What card is it? I forget the name of it. Vector. That's it. Yeah, so if I do both, if I didn't spend the fuel here and then we get to vector and I go move to here and go in middle, I'm spending a fuel to do that. So if I spend the fuel here to do that, then I don't spend the fuel in the vector step. Assuming I let it go to the vector step. And I can still make contact for there if I choose to go for it now. Yeah, so I think I do spend the fuel then. So we spend one fuel. It's not a very good position. I couldn't see what I was looking at there. And this light's right in my eyes now as well. And give me a second. Right, there we go. Fuel spent. And yeah, I'm going to spend the fuel to move to the middle. Yeah, this is. I can't do both anyway. Okay, yeah, right, and then we would go back to card 1 and then go to card 5A, which is the raid marker. If it's not in play, then we're going to put it in play. So we're going to do that. So it's going in the coast position, however, not over the channel again, which is always good. And then visibility is clear, so we're going to roll for escort stations. Right, I'm just going to roll the dice and look around and see what the results are. That's cocked dice in the corner. I do seem to get a lot of that with this little tray. 6, well, that looked like, I think that's what it probably was. 6 is high 109s, starboard 109s heavy. Okay. As usual, always the high, but both 109s. So high 109s, right, hang on, they're not heavy. And starboard 109s heavy. Is that right? It was a 6, high 109s, starboard 109s heavy. Yeah, that's it. And then, well, then we would go back to card 1, but that's that done. And hang on. Give me a second. No, it's only if you can perform contact and looks like that, yeah. So, yeah, that goes away, back to card 1, and then off to card 9 and spend some more fuel. That's right. Okay, so we spend fuel again. That was a bit better. Probably because I'm trying to use my left hand. Right, now we have some things to think about. Because we've got contact. We can make contact from here. It's not going to be great because we're at adjacent. So let's at least consider it. The fact that there's only one vector marker here is tempting me to take a chance. But if we do that and that's a raid marker, or the first icon becomes a raid marker, what happens if that new trade? If the raid marker's on the map and you get new trade, what happens there? If raid marker's in play, isolate the rear. Right, hang on. If bomber formation areas devoid of tiles, place bomber tiles there now, regardless of visibility condition. Ooh. So that's actually quite good. So yeah, if the raid marker's on the map and we get that new trade, we get to see the bombers. Yeah, it's just you got to keep in mind that when the raid marker's not there and you get that, it counts as a raid icon. But that's not the case when the marker's on there. Right, okay. So, just I'll look at things. The suns and the nose, which, yeah, I mean, we're going to have to look at this because we're adjacent. We're not at high altitude, so we're not getting any bonus. It's not clouds, right enough. But, yeah, I mean, okay, this would be good, but it's a 9 to 12 on the dice, and the rest would be not good. Yeah, because we've got the high stations covered, so both the high are messing with us. The nose isn't so bad, but I mean, if I roll nose low, I'm not going to go nose low. I'm going to go nose high. I'm going to spend extra fuel. Remember, however, we do spend the fuel to do that, and then we would have to spend another. So we are burning some fuel, but well, have we ever got anywhere near the problem with fuel? Apart from the early, maybe first patrol or two, when I didn't really know what I was doing. Yeah, so actually I'm going to start toning my voice down a little bit. I don't know if Tracy's awake to her bed yet or not. She said she was considering it. It's reasonably early, but I don't think she will have. But rather than be shouted upon and told to shut up, I'll try and keep it quieter. Yeah, I mean, a 9 to 12 is what I need. If I don't get that, and there's no re-rolls of that one. So if I don't contact, if I don't contact, we just move through that, and then we get to do the vector, and what we do there is just shift to high altitude, and then we go back to card 1 and we'd reveal this next vector marker, which is tempting. It's a gamble. It's a gamble, but the other gamble is we roll this and we need a 9 to 12. I mean, if we get nose high, let's zoom out, right? If we get nose high, we're going to be in the sun, and we've got starboard station on 109s and a high station on 109. So we would only need a 7, but we could use the 2 dice roll or the 1 dice roll with rerolls and avoid the hits. But that's getting a 9 to 12. All these other ones are bad. And if so let's just say that we gamble and we get here. Well, hold on then. Let's look at that. If the sun doesn't move, where would we be wanting to be? Well, again, yeah, it's nose high for the because of where the sun is. Yeah, in fact, this isn't so great. I mean, yes, we would get a +1 to the die roll, but we'd really need a 10 or more because we really want to go nose high. Because again, flank high here is not going to be the greatest because you've got the high. You know what? That's starting to make me think that maybe we should just gamble and go for that. Well, I don't know. Come on. 9, 10, 11, 12. That's what have we got? A third of a chance, and that's a third of a chance to get 33 to 1. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And then what if you got a turn point? The sun could move. The sun's going to either move starboard or port, which would be perfect. Which would be perfect if you delayed it till then, because that's where we've been sitting. So we've done it 2 patrols on the trot, or was it maybe even 3, where we only needed because we're at high altitude, we only needed a 3 or greater to get flank high or in the nose. Yeah, in the sun. A 3 or greater to get in the sun. It was easy. It was easy pickings, wasn't it? But yeah, you can't. I'm certainly not going to gamble and say, well, that's going to be a turn point, because it could be in it. And if it's a raid marker, then that's you're screwed. You're not getting anything. That's tough again. Right, okay, I've been pondering for quite some time, and I think because this isn't set. See if the sun right now was in the port station, port high, I would take a chance and just get myself high altitude and hope for that vector marker. But because it's not, even being flank high means I've got issues with escorts, and I'm going to have to go do the escorts. So I'm going to take a chance with this, I think. And if I do get lucky and get a 9 to 12, then we can ignore the escorts. And we just need to roll a 7 to get the bombers. With being in the... Actually, no, you're not going to be in nose low, Grant, no. Because you're not going to take that. You get the disruption penalty. But I'm even looking, even if I get a 3 to 8, I get the flank low, which isn't that much worse than being flank high. So I'm going to do it. So I'm going to attempt contact. Well, we're going to make contact. Which that is automatic. We are in the adjacent zone. Yeah, so this is basically this is what I'm rolling on. It's not cloudy, so no modifier. Well, actually, hang on. We've got to spend 1 fuel to start with. And then we're going to roll a 9, 10, or 11, or 12, because our dice are good. And then we're going to spend another fuel to go nose high. Well, that's the plan. That's the hope. See if we can keep these lucky dice rolling. Right, so 9, 10, 11, or 12. Come on. No modifiers. Oh no! Wasn't a bad effort, but... Well, you've done it now, Grant. Now I feel like I want to not do it. Because, yeah. Well, we'll see. Keep an eye on when this comes up, remember. Because at least we're going in now. And if that turns out to be a raid icon, then it might well have been still the correct choice. So we'll roll the 7. I very much doubt we'll be tail low. So we're going to spend a fuel and go flank low, aren't we? Yeah, I don't want to be tail low. So I'm going to spend 1 more fuel and come in at flank low. So we move our squadron in, and we're going port low. Yeah, because I'm not sure what we're going to do now. Port low, because we've got the high station there, then we need an 11. I feel like we're probably going to have to send some escorts after the high station. And that means we've only got 6 fighters, so it's a bit rubbish. Okay, nothing else contact, escort stations are there, right, so visibility is clear. We're going to place the bomber tiles now. We can come back to that. So let's see what we're going to get. Yeah, so some of the formations look a bit different, certainly from the last one. So 1 to 4 Junkers 5 to 6 Dorney, 7 to 12 Heinkel. No Stukas. Right, another cocked dice in the corner. It did look like a 4, but like 2, so it's just the same as a 4 anyway. So it's Junkers, but we'll just roll for the 7. Yeah, I'm chucking it in that corner, I suppose. Risking that. So it was a 2 and a 7. So 2 Junkers, 7. Well, it's going to be 8 tiles. So thing is, I'm probably not going to have the fighters to. Well, there's 2 damage markers coming on as well. So there is that. So 8 tiles of Junkers like that. So let me get that set up. Okay, we've got a little glitch here. It says 8 tiles. I went and hunted 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm just going to go with the image, I think. Whether that's in the errata or not, which I never ever got around to printing out. I can't see where, unless it popped 1 in the front of that. I don't think that would be the case. Let me have a little glance, I suppose, just in case it was a rat. Yeah, it is an errata, and the illustration is correct. So only 7 tiles. So that's our setup. Shouldn't need that again. Yeah, so we're coming in from flank. Port. Oh, well. What are we going to do now? I don't know. So, yeah, we're going to go to card 12 now, aren't we? We skip by the vector and then give some orders. So what do we do? It's an 11 because of the high station to get the bombers. If we knock that out, it would only be 5 to get them, but it does mean we need to send something at them. I think we've got to 6 fires is rubbish though. I'm not gonna rely on my lucky dice to get me an 11 though, even with 2 shots. I don't think I can. Oh, stop. Remember your... Yeah, I keep forgetting about that. Oh, I might. We've got 3 pluck available. That takes that 11 down to an 8. Now we're talking. Right, okay, I've just realised we've got a couple of damage markers to go on. Right, so the 12 line, which could be catastrophic. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then re-roll the rest. And then once I hit a tile, I'll roll in between it. So it's 1, so it's the top tile, and it's position 1 on the left. Now we'll roll for the 12. Don't think it really matters if this happens, but it's probably better if it doesn't, I think. So 12 only. Right, no. Right, and then the next damage fuselage will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. That's 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bottom left tile and position number 2, which is the middle. So bottom left tile, top bomber, fuselage. Okay, yeah, pluck, Grant. It's one of the good things. So yeah, that does take that down to an 11. What do you think? Sorry, it takes it down to an 8 from an 11. 2 shots at an 8. That's still risky as well. I just think taking 3 more aircraft, because if I had my full squadron at 12 aircraft, I would go for the high station with one of the sections, but I've not. I'm going to give this a go. Well, we've already tried to get a lucky die, but mind you, that was a that was a 9 to 12. So now we're looking for an 8, but we're getting 2 shots at least. Okay, I'm going to go for it. This could be a bad start to things. So I'm going to go for the bombers. Give it a bombers order. The whole section. Just thinking back there. Yeah, it was tail low or flank low. You're never going to go tail low. Yeah, it's fine. Right, so we're going to go for a bombers order. So card 16. Right, here we go. Well, we know what we're wanting. We're wanting an 11. Because we've got 2 escort stations, 1 the high 109s, 1 the other side. So we've got the port, so it's a 5, but we use the highest one, it's 11. We can re-roll this, we're not out of the sun, but we do have a pluck of 3. So we're needing an 11. Come on. Now hold on, stop, Grant. We need to spend fuel to start to even kick this off. Of course, we're at low, so we have to spend the fuel first. And my guess is we might be spending another fuel here, but maybe not. Come on, dice. Right, an 11 or higher. Oh, you beauty. Oh. A strike again. I mean, it's not 11, but it's 10. And I'm going to keep that 10, and I'm going to pluck somebody for that an 11. Now, there's no shenanigans going there, Tim. I know it's just I'm lucky dice roll, but there's no carry on, no messing about. I would never do any of that nonsense. So let me just double check pluck though. I mean, it's not. I think this is the one that's a little worded, not worded that well. Interception, the pilot must be a leader of a section. This may be used when attempting an intercept escort, intercept bomber's action, add +1 to the die roll. But it was confirmed that you can add 3 of them up to 3 of them up if I want. So, well, I'm actually better going for this one because he's not got a green pilot. So I'm better going for, that's Hal. Well done, Hal. You give me +1 to make it happen. So we succeed. 43 minutes. Right, let's get up to just maybe do the setup here and then I can switch over to another part. That can come away. We have succeeded at getting at the bombers. We are coming in from the port with red section, yellow section and green section. Blue's not playing just now. So, right, well, only 7 tiles this time. Couple of damage markers, 9, so that's 11 to start with. Remember, we've got that 14 on our mind. We're coming from the flank again, so it's sort of in between, between damage and disruption. Sort of middle of the road. Well, this tile looks like the first one because that one would remove that. So here, then here. Yeah, we need to take these 4 out to get all 7, don't we? Okay, well, let me ponder and come up with something. We're coming in from the port, low altitude. There's no issues with that. We did spend that fuel. Yeah, there's no penalties or anything like that. Okay, so let me come up with something. Okay, my initial thinking, I did shimmy things about. Did have 2 here at first. and then thought about just having one here. So this would be my first attack. We've got 9 aircraft and 2 damage markers, so this would be an 11, just one. And then you can see that this would then be a 10, just one. That's why I put two, I had 2 initially. And it might be that I should go back to that, I don't know. I mean, it means both these are a bit of a gamble. Now, if they were to fail, then clearly you don't want to do that tile next. You want to do this one, which that turns that into a bit of a bummer, doesn't it? Because that's taking 5 aircraft away if these 2 fail. That's the problem there. So shouldn't I switch these about? No, I can't do that. Yeah, no, you can. Can't you? Yeah, you can. Yeah, that makes that better to do, because I mean, if this fails, I'm still going to go for that. And if that succeeds, that means that this is then not counted anymore. Yeah, but I would do that. But if for some reason these both fail, or this one fails, then I come down to do this, and I'm still getting the benefit of them connected, am I? Yeah, and we're getting that for this, and then if that goes away, then we've still got that. So it's an 11, a 10, and then two 9s, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6s. So should we have 4 5s and 3? No, I think I'll maybe take my chance. I've always felt that it seems to go smoother than I think, but I mean, that's maybe because I'm a lucky bugger. I mean, this could fail right away. Don't feel like I should put 2 on that. I think that's just, if I'm going to turn over a 12, 13 or 14 right away, then so be it. And then this one I did have 2 on though, but I think I'm going to stick with that. I think I am. Right, I'm wondering about cutting the video here though, 47 minutes, just to break it up. I'm going to keep going, but it's just to break the video up, because this is probably going to take... Well, I could go through the hits though, Grant, couldn't I? Yeah, I should do the first round bombers, and then just leave it where I come back and I've disengaged and we do hit checks. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go with that as well. Yes. Okay, so the first couple are going to be a bit scary. So we're going to do green 3, attacking here. 9 aircraft and 2 damage markers, so it's an 11. So top, and deck's all being shuffled up again. Top row, middle column, needing an 11 disruption. 7, good. So 7 disruption, that's a success, and a low ammo. So this tile becomes isolated, which isolates this one. Just chuck that up there, and then break that down there a little bit. And he's low ammo. I'll put it down the bottom. He's low ammo and he's done. So the first bit, yes. Right, now this one has dropped down to 10, isn't it? 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10. So it's just a one-shotter as well. So top row, middle column, looking for a 10 disruption. Just, well, I suppose we're getting the dorsal gunner hat, but so it's 9. So good, that's worked. So that isolates. And dorsal gunner damage on it. However, return fire. Green leader. that's how, and he used these. Oh, it's not. He's not. It's mainly about he's a veteran, but his privilege doesn't help with that. You can only cancel low ammo results, so he's getting return fire. But we did get the success in disrupting them both. Okay, return fire though, so it might not be a hit. And it's not all low ammo. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And some people shaking their head. I feel. Okay, so yeah. So now we've all go down here though. Yeah. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 aircraft, 2 damage markers. So this is on a 9. Now he's a green aircraft, and that's why I put them together and not separated them. And the reason I put these 3 together was I thought, rather than have one, I mean, I've got 1 on this and then 1 on that and then 3 on that. But I'll do these first, and then, you know, I'd like to think we've got it disrupted and maybe might be able to do a bit of damage to that. And if we do need to come in for a second round, maybe we'll get 2 or 3 hits on that. There is that risk of getting that engine hit and then not being able to use them. I get that, but anyway, so red 3 is green pilot. We need a 9, was it? 9. Middle, top row, middle column, looking for a 9. And it's a 9 again, bang on. Return fire low ammo. So hang on, no, we're going to disrupt this tile, which in turn will disrupt this one. Maybe squeeze that in behind them there. Yeah, that's fine. So this tile disrupts away. So red 3 is marked low ammo. So low ammo 9, he's getting to return fire. He's a green pilot, but he's got backup. So if it was a green hit, his leader can bail him out. That is just a normal hit though. Fuselage 8 as well. Not so good. Okay, well, he done the job though. Right, we'll follow up with red leader now. Isolate tile, so middle row, middle column. I'm just glancing up to there to see that was a 9, which wouldn't have been any good, and it would have jammed. Yeah, because we're looking for a 6 now, so glad that wasn't a 6 or less. Dorsal gunner low ammo 5. No, we're not going to get that. So, dorsal gunner, damage. Is it low ammo? Yeah, low ammo for red leader. And a 5, we only got 1, 2, 3, so he's going to stay put, that's fine. That's undone, and then, right, last piece of the puzzle. Which, to be honest, if we didn't get this, it wouldn't be the end of the world, would it? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 isolated. But we've got 5 shots at this. Right, so I'm going to go for red 2 first. Red 2, just a regular pilot. So the number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Top row, middle column, looking for a 6. That's an 8 with a damage. Oh, it was teasing us, wasn't it? Teasing us. However, that's going to hopefully... Well, it will, because... Oh, no, it might take the aircraft with it, yeah. We don't want a fallen result here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're not getting the 8. Right, so we can forget the 8. I've marked the low ammo. So damage, right? Yeah, so we don't want that. So we don't want an engine hit here. It'll give us a better chance of getting that tile. Is this wing? Ooh. Well, I don't mind if it gets destroyed because the aircraft stays there. Right, that's a 12. Oh yeah, go for it. Let's do it. I can roll a 12. No. Right, that's him. Well, that's one shot, so we've got 4 more tries at this, and we've upped our number by 1, so it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 now. So green 2 on a 7, top row, middle column 7. Bingo. So dorsal gunner, hit 6 and return fire. So it is going to isolate these 2 tiles. I'll just chuck it somewhere else for now. What's this? This is green 2, isn't it? Yeah. Dorsal gunner and then return fire. Right, return fire, green 2. Green 2 as veteran pilot, but no skill. But it is, yeah, there's a hit this time. Oh, another 8 to the elevator. That's a green 2. But done the job. Again, all tiles isolated. So yeah, just pile on some damage now. Yellow 3s, green isolated tiles on middle row, middle column. He's green. We might get the fallen though. Yeah, we will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to do that first. So he's going to be fallen. And it's, what are these? Drinkers. It's these ones, I think. Yeah, so we've got this fallen from here, and these are all fallen at. That's right, isn't it? And it was green, yeah, green damage. So we've got the yellow leader or yellow 2. I think they can both cancel actually. Yeah, they can. Yeah, it's just the privilege bit, isn't it? So I'm going to use every. So I'm not going to use the leader. He's the one that's covered in cubes. Yeah, I could do a better solution to all this, but it works. It's working for me. So not perfectly, I suppose. Right, that's so we cancelled the green hat using the what is it? Stay trim. Veteran ability. Yeah, that's the one we eventually realised it didn't have to be the section leader. So that's yellow 3 down its thing. Right, so we're now on a lone bomber. So yellow leader, bottom row, middle column. Damage low ammo. Damage marker for a lone bomber. Happy to see it just be blown out of the sky. Ugh, an engine. It's not much good. Well, actually, it does mean there's a chance of, if we hit it the next turn, we only need 2 engines, so if we draw another engine. So there is that. And that's undone. So the final one, yellow 2, bottom row, middle column, damage low ammo again. Sorry, glary bit. Damage low ammo again. So yeah, so an engine would do the trick here. Here we go. No wing. Right, no, that doesn't do an engine because it's already fallen. Okay. Right, that's it. Well, good job again. Maybe we took a chance with us. Okay, again, yeah, lucky die roll. Being able to get at the bombers, and look at that. We've isolated all the 7 tiles. So I'm going to get my scorecard out. And it might be a strange angle, but so chapter 4, patrol 1, we've isolated all 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 before they've dropped their bombs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and no bombers killed, but you know what, starting with 7 points for having 3 sections. It's actually quite tempting to just maybe bail out of there, isn't it? I'm sure some of you are thinking that's what you should do. What's the tendency to come right back in? Because damage is sort of spread. This is only one that looks like a point. We don't need to isolate tiles. You know? Can we... Tell you what, Grant, you could. We could maybe finish this off. If we're really serious about not coming back, let me disengage. Right, just because I'm thinking of this, I might just have a lazy disengage and because we can avoid escort reaction here as well, can't we? If we choose to just bail out again, using the wrong terminology there, really. So we've disengaged and now we've got 2 hit checks. So we've got green 2 on an 8 elevator. Green 2 is John Brown, it is, who's veteran but not no charms. Right, so let's check him now. Right, an 8 or higher. It's not the worst fate box, but let's just not bother putting you in that, John. Oh dear, starting to get embarrassed now. Right, okay. They've not all been that lucky, have they? Remember all the ones that I had? Do you not remember them, Tim? You must have been watching that bit. Right, okay. So red 3, nice green, isn't he? He is green. How's he got a hat then? Ah, yeah, it was just a straight up hat. Yeah, it doesn't always be a green hat, Grant. So 8 to the fuselage, not as good a fate box, but come on, let's do it. Oh dear. There you go, see? A 12 and a 1. That's what we got. So he's going to the... Red 3 is going to the fuselage fate box. Kind of got them the wrong way about, because the other one was the better fate box, and he would have had a pluck possibility. So red 3 is G. That's Guest. That's Paul. Paul Guest. Oh no! Don't leave us, Paul. Not yet. That was fuselage. Right. Okay. Well, we've only got one up there. I mean, why do you want to stay? Really? This is only easy points, easy-ish points. And then you're looking at, I mean, probably this tile here because it's got a fallen marker and 2 damage on it, but it's not, no, don't do that. Take your 7 points and go. Yeah, so next, right, we're resuming, so there's no cruise orders to give out. So it's bomber formation. Right now, remember, these are all unengaged. I've just been lazy about it. So they either must return to base or attack the bombers. I'm going back to base. We're doing it. We're just getting in and getting out. Right, so I don't need to put them up there. You can see that the fuel track, the RTV track's fine. I'm returning them to base. So I'm going to bring them all down here. And yeah, we're just going to have this done. We don't need to see any more of that. I can tidy that up in a minute because the video's going on a bit longer. but it's only going to be a one-parter again, which is good, I'm sure. Okay, so we RTV'd, right? Everybody. There's nobody lost contact, so that'll be the next. No, sorry, this will be the next option. We've nobody in the bomber formation area, so there's no escort reaction to do. With nobody lost contact, no chasing to do. Is the patrol complete? Well, you know what? It is. How about that? That's the way to do it. In 7 points, what do we need to average? 8 point something points in it to get the 65. But 7's a good enough start when you've only had 3 sections, you know? So, yeah. So we RTV sequence. Again, I'm just going to quickly move them back. We can take the sun away. We can take the escort station markers away. We can take the raid marker away. And we can move the vector markers, get them ready for the next patrol, which I might get started tonight. I think I should probably take, I don't know, what time is it? Yeah, it's not that bad actually. Okay, so we've got fate check, one pilot to check. There's Paul Guest. Come on, Paul, you can do that. He's a green pilot though. Yeah. So not over the channel. So it's a 7 to 12 this one. So it's not as bad as the wing. However, if he doesn't get that 7, he's down in the green pilot territory, which isn't good. Right. So let's just get a 7 to 12, Paul. And you can just land that baby. Come on. Yes, go on. A bit tight, just the 7. But that'll do. So he lands. Settles in the hangar. Just checking. I get the feeling he flew the last mission as well, didn't he? So I think he's fatigued. Yeah, that's going to be an awkward one to look at. Yeah. So he is going to go in the fatigue box. But that is fine. Green pilot fatigued. While I'm up there, I'm going to move the other guys that were fatigued out of the fatigue, because they can't be fatigued again. And actually, we're going to get these guys back, aren't we? Because they were just sitting out that last patrol. So he's going to be available. Steed. And Davidson's back in action. Look at all the pilots. I mean, okay, some of them are going to be fatigued as well. I'm going to remember every was fatigued, so he's going. Now hold on. Well, we can't add another pilot, can we? No. Well, I suppose you could add one and scratch another one off. That seems a bit. Well, that's what you've done when we got reduced to 16 pilot. You chucked away a pilot that had done 2 patrols. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to leave that. So update pilot roster. Update pilot roster. Well, there's nothing to update, is there? But nobody got killed. Well, what I'm saying is we could replace one of these now with another pilot, but we'd have to then scratch somebody else out because we're only allowed 16. So it's a way around about me getting rid of a fatigue pilot, I suppose. That feels a bit gamey as well, but that's kind of what you done with Lauder that time, because we got rid of Ewer so that we could bring Lauder on. I'm just going to leave it this time, I think. I'm not going to touch these. If obviously we had somebody else scratched out, like if we had 5 missing, then I would add somebody new in. So I think I'll do it that way. So nobody went away. So our points are nice and simple, just 7 points to start things. We had no bailouts, we had no wounded, and we had no killed in action. And now we're itching to get, oops, I was going to put a 5 there. No, 4 chapters is enough, I think, although even I've said it's been fine, and it has been. I'm pretty sure that'll be enough. So tallied our points up, and that's us ready for a new patrol. So, and the great thing about that is you only need to shuffle the bomber deck. Look, no other deck's been interfered with. Excellent. And now hopefully we should get this section back, and I'd like to think so. But we shall see. Okay, so an hour and 10 minutes, that stretched to, but then it was just the one patrol all in one, which is quite cool. So, might be back tonight, might be tomorrow. Okay, cheers.